get our own compactor, or which I have a price there of $133,971 plus, you probably need 2 containers. So whether we go with the free one and get it and buy our own containers, or whether he gives us 2 containers, I'm not sure on that. But we should probably get 2 containers either way, because we have 1 container on the truck going to market and 1 getting filled again. It's important to do it that way. If we get 2 compactors, if we stay with the source separated, and we should order 2 compactors, then we want to have 2 containers for each compactor. That way 1 can be on the truck transporting, and 1 can be getting filled. Okay, so you always have a spare to be filled. Now, the better way to do the compactor is really to have that ramp. I sent you all a picture. I don't know if all of you got a chance to open it. But basically, I'm going to send it here. I'll try to find it real quick for you.
Karen, what's the total of the grant?
$250,000 is the most we could have. But kind of looking at this idea here would be an idea of what you could do with a ramped up area. Now that would be really going over the truck wells, filling them in, and creating an area that you could actually back up and dump off the edge and have the compactor on a flat. Now whether you did that with the compactor that that Mr. Medico wants to give us, or whether you did it with one that we bought, you know, either way, the grant could actually pay for this construction. And that wouldn't be a bad idea, you know. So, but then we would not have truck rolls anymore. So that's the other thing we have to, you know, make sure. But I did get some pricing on construction. Tino from N&B gave me a price. If we were to build a ramp similar to that with the block wall, he said about $26,000. Plus there'd be about 15% engineering at least on top of that. So figuring in the $30,000 range, maybe low 30s.
And how much for a stationary compactor?
33, say 34.
Okay.
Plus the 11,000 for the
Extra bucket.
extra bucket. And you need 2 of them, so it's 22,000 for that. Okay. The electric hookup for it is going to be $4,000. That's what the PPL told me.
You're going too fast.
Yeah.
I'm not that smart. In your eyes, you say it includes $33,000 or $34,000 includes 1 container.
Right.
No, 34,000 is the compactor. A container is another 11,000 added to that.
Okay, what you have it written here, it says includes 1 container.
Yeah, it says includes 1.
I'm sorry, my mistake, typo.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Get rid of the word include goes out.
I think,
Okay. Because you originally said they gave us 1 and you could buy a second one.
oh, you're right.
Is that
The
right?
33 included the 1
Okay.
container.
You're right. Includes back in.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm going in so many directions at once. I'm trying to keep it all
That's okay. Just
without jumbling it up. So if you wanted an extra container, then you'd be up to
Gotcha. 44, 45.
44, yeah. And then 4,000 you'd need for the electric hookup. I would say throw 35,000 in there for the construction of the ramp if you wanted to do that. I really do think that ramp's a good idea. I mean, either way.
Space up there?
Well, we have to get the engineers in on that, but I didn't want to ask the engineers to do any work without council's approval.
But I mean, Vince, you know what it's working up there with the big rubber tire loader, using your salt and everything, and then having that
Well,
size.
if you put that ramp, if you put that machine, if you fill the pit in closest to the slope now, you'd have to work from in between them. And if you had to build a ramp up alongside of that, it'd be a little tight to get anything up that ramp from that direction.
Well, I think the ramp was like, the idea of the ramp would have been probably to put it where the truck wells are now. Actually fill in the truck wells and build over top of them. And having the back section towards Mount Lookout being where you actually dump over the edge. And then you'd have the truck pulling around this way and out the front gate. Where the basin is where the truck would pull in and
Where
out.
would the salt shed be in comparison?
That would
to
be behind it, like.
Right to the right of it, you're saying?
Let me get the picture out, it just makes a little more sense, I think, to me, because I'm not really, I was thinking, I mean, my thoughts. This ramped part here where you drive up would be up here, this would be back towards Mount Lookout, the salt shed would be back in this area, and this ramp will be towards the front of the recycling building. Starting where the ramps are now, going down.
So it would be spun from that. But
I was thinking Mount Lookout would be on this side,
That side, okay.
okay? That's what I was thinking, but I mean, maybe the engineers would figure a different way to put it in there, and I'm not sure.
I don't know about the size of that back there.
I think the question on that might be talk to the engineers, and,
Yeah.
I mean, if council directed me to contact engineers on that and try to get them to go up there and see if they're, I mean, I don't know if there'd be a cost for that, I couldn't say.
The only thing is you have this worked out before, you go applying for a grant, and you get an $85,000, right now we're at 85,000 on my calculation.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think you have to
Alright,
make
we
a
have to
decision,
make it
but I
work.
couldn't very well do that without council's approval. So if you decide today to ask me to talk to the engineers, I mean, I don't know how, I don't think you'd incur a big expense or
I
anything
have,
like
I
that.
have one question, and I don't know if this is gonna sound stupid, but why are we looking to incur $85,000 worth of work when you can put something in there for free and it's not costing anything? Is that my understanding or no?
I'm just trying to give you all your options.
What's the advantage of 1B over 1A?
Right.
What's the advantage of doing 1B, getting the grant and all that, or taking over 1A?
The advantage of 1A would be that if it breaks, you don't pay for anything,
Okay.
okay? Because it's owned by somebody else.
What's the
No, it's
advantage of
not right.
1B?
The 1B would be that you could probably buy 2 compactors, okay, and you could have them on a flat. No, that's not the price for 2. No, if that's what you're looking at, that's not the price for 2. But I'm thinking if you stick with the single stream, if you stick with the source separator, okay, and you have 2 compactors, you have one for paper and one for coke.
Isn't that doing double the amount?
No. Not.
Why? If you have one machine that you can back into, dump everything and be done. You're talking double the amount of work. If you have to separate.
Well, okay, here's, I don't know if you caught the email
I
I
know
just
that's what we're
sent
doing
out.
now. I'm just saying, I thought the whole reason of this is
Yeah.
to make something more efficient.
You're
I
saving,
will-
Less cost, because if we're gonna run 2 compactors, are we paying for the electric?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 2 now, pieces of equipment. That's double the amount of electric and whatever else that
But
has
you're
to be run.
saving a lot on fuel because
On
you're
the
not
trips.
taking so many trips.
Well, right,
at once.
exactly.
We save on the trips, and how much would that, anybody calculate? Well,
Yeah, okay.
you calculate.
Karen, my honest opinion is I'd rather do the 20-yard split body diesel. So that way you don't have to be tying around the trailer behind everything. You know, also compact
Oh,
the number 4. Go north each card, it's just so they're gonna go up the price of everything that we need. And then we could get the 1 truck with the split diesel, and if, you know, between that and whatever else we need, like the small containers, that'd be it for the time being.
can I propose something? And if you don't wanna go natural gas, why we go with diesel? When it's 20 cents higher than regular gas now, I go after a V10 regular gas, 550 truck, get diesel out the equation altogether.
Joey, what I figured out, okay, if they, according to Angelo Medical, right, we do, according to Vince, I got these figures from Vince and Karen, we do 25 trips a month down to northeast Portage, or whatever it's called, right?
Okay.
Okay, we do, I make it fit right, because I don't have off the top of my head, two trips a month for newspaper, okay? That you're not gonna compact no matter what you do with it. Okay, would you agree with that? Would everybody agree with that? You're not gonna compact newspaper. A little bit, but nothing major. Same thing with junk mail. Those trips are still gonna be the same going down there. You're gonna compact cardboard a little bit, but nothing major. Angelo said the big
Oh,
one.
I think you'll compact a ton of cardboard.
No, that's what he said. That the big one is gonna be compacting without, with his machine with A. You'll take 16 trips a month that we're doing right now, down to 4 trips. That's roughly a $12,000, say $10,000 a year savings right there. Not counting the hours that Vince is out of town when he's down there, driving the truck down, staying there for an hour and driving back, whatever it takes you. 2.5 hours round trip, Vince?
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Hour and a half.
So you're still having them in town. Plus you're gonna save about $1,000 a year. I mean, $1,000 a month.
But you're gonna have to pick up every material twice, though. You're talking about getting a compactor and picking up 1 set of cone needles, right, is that what you're saying?
No,
What are you talking about? When you pick up recycling, how are you gonna pick up the recyclables to the curb?
on a split body diesel, you can do both, you can use the 1 diesel truck for 2 coming, 2.
So you need 2 trucks to pick up my house.
No,
Well,
Yes.
one truck.
One
1 truck, it's 1 body, it has a separate, and it has 2 different compactors in the back. If this one does commingle, you wanna do that, you run that one. If this is doing paper, you wanna run that one.
How do you empty the truck?
One at a time, they're separate.
So